production. You can see the situation here. I'm not wearing a mask. None of the cast will be wearing a mask because we have been self-testing daily for COVID to be sure that we are all able to spit at each other up there singing. And so toward that end, we ask you to stay masked, please. And because this is a workshop production, we may stop. If there's a train wreck, as Gina likes to call it, we might have to stop. And don't be alarmed. It, again, is for the purpose of us trying to get a really good recording of this. So we will ask you to please not applaud during the act. At the end of the act, you may applaud. There will be a 10-minute intermission. Please silence your cell phones and unwrap all candies prior to the show. There will be no concessions at intermission for safety reasons also. And at the end of today's opera, there'll be a Q&A. So you are welcome to leave at that point if you like, or if you'd like to stay. Gina and I will be taking questions either from you all or from people who are watching the stream and coming in on a chat line. So we'll take a few minutes to let those of you who want to go. We will ask you to please be as quiet as possible. I know that's hard to say, and we won't start Act 2 until all of you are back, we promise. I would like to thank all of you in this room who donated to this production in any way. Some of you really gave very, very generously, and a lot of people did to make this possible. This is a professional production. Everyone up here on stage is getting paid. So this costs some to do, and we're still happily accepting donations simply because of COVID. A lot of things had to change. We can't sell tickets in the way that we had originally hoped to, and so on. So, but I'm so grateful, we are all so grateful to those of you who supported this project because you thought it was something worth bringing into the world. I would like to thank very much Del Arte and the Arcada Playhouse for supporting this project as well. And so, we hope you enjoy Bird of the Inner Eye, an original chamber opera.
Guy and I have pooled our funds, bought an old white milk truck. We've hit the open road.
The open road.
Our paintings to sell, well, not so well to sell.
Oh well.
So now we're junk snoopers, junk snoopers. Oi, some old junk, some fine junk. We sell antiques and our paintings on the highway. Watch for us. We'll be peeping over the piles and making eyes at the passers-by.
I first met Morris at his home on the rock, the rock. It was dark, it was snowing. He had just got this enormous stone. Beautiful, great Japanese type stone. I had just got to the door. Out stormed this man. Very, very tall, very, very thin, an enormous candelabra in his hand, like a Russian movie. He put it on the stone.
Report for active duty to Fort Lewis.
But I have registered as a conscientious objector.
You've been drafted, son.
But I...
Ha! Your country needs you.
But I'm...
You'll get a hearing later, but for now, you must report for induction.
I know that I am held by a certain vision, and I may prove this in part by decoding the sea and the heavens, decoding the sea and the I know what their mystery is, their mystery, and how to paint their essence, their essence.
Dear General Kramer, we understand that Mr. Graves is now facing court-martial. Apparently because his draft board failed to arrange for him the hearing he is entitled to as a conscientious objector, in spite of repeated requests.
I know that I am held by a certain vision.
The draft board failed to arrange a hearing.
By decoding the sea and the heavens,
which he is entitled to.
I know.
My son, when I watched you walk away, my heart, my heart, my heart sank, sank. If only I could make you a good big beefsteak, a big, big potato,
You've all passed the physical, men. Everyone. All fit to serve. We'll continue the induction with the oath of allegiance.
I do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I bear true faith and allegiance to the...
Name?
Morris Cole Graves.
Step forward, Graves. Again, men, the oath of allegiance.
I do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution.
Halt! What is your problem, soldier?
I'm not joining the army, sir.
You're in the room. You took the physical, now take the oath.
The physical did not violate my convictions. I am a conscientious objector. I will not take the oath. I will not take the oath.
We'll see about that.
Take the oath. I will not take the oath.
This coward refuses to take the oath. Take him to the stockade. Drag the son of a bitch to the stockade!
My soul grows faint, 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 as I lie trapped in this fossil valley, in this evil camp that it cradles. And I dream out, dream out, out of the snow, falling faintly through the universe. murmurs, gasps, gasps, gasps as I dream back, as I dream back to the northwest and the rock, and to see the snow falling on the bleak, bleak trees. Clinging to the dark rock surfaces, like the brushing of white on a great tongue landscape. Snow dissolving on the quiet surface of the lake.
Can you imagine? He's famous. Americans 1942, 18 painters from 9 states. But he's the one. Dorothy Miller discovered him. She's at MoMA. Oh, he's also at the Whitney.
Sublime interiority,
Cosmic immersion. The fate of man through the fate of bird. Symbolic guideposts.
elusive as a butterfly,
Primal confrontation with nothingness and death. Cosmic immersion.
sublime interiority,
Symbolic gateposts. Fate of man through the fate of birds. Nothingness and death.
During these long, long months, the army has thrown its own utter blindness in my face, telling me that as an artist, a man is a joke. I am of value to them only to serve the crime of war.
You are being transferred, Graves. They're sending all the cowards down to California now for some hard labor. Let's go.
A fascinating synthesis of diverse images, technique, and mythic presence.
distinctly
it is bad, bad.
News of Morris not so good.
He went AWOL from the base.
Not so good.
In California, he went AWOL.
The army went to the rock.
From the base.
Morris was not there. A deserter. Now
East,
Lumiere knows where he is. No one knows where he is.
Right is sad.
Authentic
Badly, such childish things.
Astrantia Hellebor, Cuno Narcissi, Sporaxi Ixias,
Calix,
Frisia Astrantia, Yellow Seed Poppy, Poppy,
pollen,
Carnivolica Mayor, Helleboris Niger, Helleboris Corsicas, Helleboris Orientalis Calicasicas, Peonia lacta flora sinensis, 8 seeds, old rose,
Chalice,
columbine, Peonia
Chalice,
delayai,
urn,
east, south, table,
Cup,
table, a table to dine
Chalice,
with friends,
Chalice,
with friends. More wine,
Morris, your bouquets are so lovely.
and the candelabra. The house is looking so beautiful.
Beautiful.
The critics would die for an invitation from the now famous Morris grave. Just die.
Let them rot.
do we hate the critics?
Pass the turkey.
Do we hate them?
Do they even look?
Such silly competitions.
With such entry fees.
Only their favorites for the prizes and reviews.
Safest of the safe
And more wine.
What if we gave them a party
Who with the critics?
with the leftovers?
Oh, fabulous.
Fabulous idea. Oh, by next week, the turkey will be a work of art.
Leave it all just as it is. The gatehouse, the perfect place. Help me to move the table.
The table.
Here's the invitation. We
Take pleasure in informing you that you and your friends are not invited to the exhibition of bouquet and marsh paintings by the 8 best painters in the Northwest, to be held in the afternoon and evening of the longest day of the year. The first day of summer, June 21st, at Morris Graves Palace in exclusive Woodbury Park. Refreshments will not be served.
Now we'll make the news. I'll hang spotlights and sprinklers for a mist.
I will make a soundtrack.
We'll fell a tree in the driveway. They'll have to walk to the gatehouse,
We will hide like rabbits.
watching through people.
This will be a lot of work. So much fun. A lot of work.
A lot of fun.
A lot of work. lot of fun.
So much fun.
We've missed you, Graves. Merry Christmas. Don't you salute?
I'm not in the army.
Oh, where do you think you belong?
In the stockade, sir.
That's just where you'll go. And as you pass the cemetery, take a good look. That's where all COs belong. All COs belong. All COs belong.
I am not a soldier.
All COs belong.
I am not a warrior.
Belong.
I will not learn to kill. I am not a soldier. I am not a warrior. I will not learn to kill.
You are a minnow, 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 knower of minnows, circumstances and plight, plight. They are minnow, knower of minnows, circumstances and plight. Each time I carry you this way, stream to stream, stream to stream, each time I carry you this way, stream to stream, stream to stream, each time. You are a minnow, 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 knower of minnows, circumstances and plight. Each time I carry you this way, stream to stream, stream to stream, each time I carry you this way, stream to stream, stream to stream, each
Attorney for Morris Graves, step forward with your client. Graves, you have been given an honorable discharge dated March 11th, 1943. Your pay for 11 months' service is $400 here.
I will not take it. I have not served in the army.
Well, if you won't take it, I will.
Give it to the ACLU. not painted in a year. I am not painting now. Will I paint again? While the world was at war, I was at war, torn open, desperate, grief-stricken. I dove deep into the interior mud and held my breath. Now I face the deepest mystery.
Beat around in a fog,
I want to go forward, I want to retreat.
hoping light will strike you.
To continue boldly,
Seek honesty.
recede boldly, but inside,
Drama.
where such opposites are
You have
one.
lost touch.
To do this, one goes mad, joyously, and with teeth grinding,
reality.
the only path to grow.
But you will find it again.
And one does it, dear God, dear God, alone. I start to see again. I would use beauty as an opiate, an opiate, beauty. And if I can pull it out of nature and hint at it with paint, then I should and hand it as an opiate to any who will have it.
Who's in charge here?
I am?
Let me see your papers.
Yes, sir. Would you like to have some tea?
No. No, thank you.
More tea? This is my friend. Are you sure you would not like to have some tea?
Let me see your papers. Psychiatric discharge. Are you from this camp?
Yes, I don't have to have papers.
And hand it as an opiate to any who will have it. Each time I carry you this way, stream to stream, stream to stream, each time, each time.
Seed, cup, urn, chalice. Seed, cup, urn, chalice. Seed,
Minnow in a vessel,
urn,
minnow,
chalice.
minnow,
Seed,
minnow,
chalice. Seed,
in a vessel.
chalice.
It is a cup and urn, a chalice to hold the seed, to hold the seed.
Cup, urn,
Chalice,
cup, urn,
chalice, a vessel to carry pollen, pollen.
Seed,
Minnow in a
urn,
vessel,
chalice, a vessel
to carry pollen, pollen.
The cup that's up, that's bees and bees and birds and stars, 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 bees and birds and
Dear Morris, I just heard from Richard. He is in such anguish, anguish. Oh, how you are lovers, lovers, men who would love you, serve you, adore you, be slaves to your genius.
For years we have been like a hawk and a budgie, I hoping he would learn how to fly and hunt, and he hoping I would learn to perch and breed. I am selfish, misanthropic, private and unfriendly. Life and fame demanded I be social. Me, I became ambitious. Both went against my deeper nature. So many mistakes I must set right. I must be alone to do this, to get my bearings, again. Give up all my friends, I've done that before. My friends, heartbreaking tears, I will not be at war with myself.
A kindred being, with whom to journey, let me be your cup, your chalice. Let me love you, let me do for you.
I will not play house. Dreams change, direction takes another turn.
But when we need each other,
cry out with heartbreak and tears in our eyes, in our throat, having to say but we cannot have each other.
The Duke and Duchess of Windsor present to Morris Graves the first and only Windsor Award, $20,000 and Thanksgiving dinner in Paris.
1,000 letters piled upon the table, rich women telling me
how attractive you are.
rich women telling me
I want your baby, baby.
a host of charities, lost souls, souls in need.
Share your 20,000.
Share your 20,000.
Share your 20,000. Oh, Morris,
like a king.
Neither make of me a guru, nor fawn and a fuss. Where can I lay my head? Where the earth groans as they level her mountains. Her mountains, the machine age noise, 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 planes, noise, cacophony, cacophony. The military war is over, but the war against nature goes on. We attack her, ruin her, poison her. America, America. I tried leaving you, but my heart is here, here in the fog, the rain, the trees that drip, buds opening, the rhythm of seeds and seed pods, that minute rhythm, that rhythm expanded, expanded is a cosmos, the to resist nature's degradation, I must bring my inner eye to focus on the light within all living things. From the lichen to the day moon, the mists to the mountains, to offer beauty, beauty as an opiate, opiate, to give an awareness of human freedom.
Vision, vision, vision lies in the meadow of obscurity. Obscurity. Oh, lonely the path to walk.
having lived in the darkness, to experience light is pain. Is joy. Is hope of what will come.
The bird of the inner eye is little known. Coax it forth into the light, blinking, blinking.
I want to say with paint that the earth is infinitely, infinitely more than meets the eye. That a bird is vastly more than a miracle of light and form. An eagle is not an eagle, but a gesture of divinity, divinity. The divine is not detached, but in the sky and in our souls, our souls. I want to say with paint, my tranquil night lake is not a lake, but a reflection of a great tranquil pool within the human soul. We see the outer reflection what you sing. How ancient, ancient is our conversation. Our conversation. Yet how hungry is machine man, machine man, to converse with you, to converse in the realm of the ancient spirit, the ancient spirit, 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 spirit,
There'll be a Q&A. Anybody wants to leave, now's your chance. Okay, we'll find the light.
Are we down there, up here? Oh, okay. Thanks, James.
In the light.
Do I have my glasses on? I can read them, I suppose. Then I have to be looking at my computer, though.
Technically challenged, we are right here.
None are there yet.
1 minute to Act 2. Okay.
Here, we'll just lean into the mic.
Mm,
Come, be friendly. Great, thanks. There we go. All right, we can't see you because we've got a light in our eyes.
I'm just waiting till they all go.
Well, we'll look over here.
I'm still mic'd, however.
You're still mic'd. Oh, well, then I've got a mic. I'll have this microphone.
I'm still mic'd, right?
Oh, this is for me.
Yeah.
Fabulous. Excellent.
Question?
I take it that was one take?
Sorry?
That was one take.
That was one take.
That was one take.
That was, yeah.
I thought a couple of times of stopping us, but I decided we've taped the last 2 nights as well. So I decided for continuity's sake that I would just let it run to, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're going to take questions from anyone in the house first, and then I'll see if anyone is chatting with us. If you're out there and you have a question. But first, let me thank these wonderful camera people who have been so focused and working so hard during this. Really, really appreciate it.
Really.
And to David Ferney, who's in the booth. You can't see him, but he's directing the shoot. So very, very grateful. Yes. Okay. Who would like to ask a question? Yes.
Is there a conception of future production, of staging, of theatrical approach, and if so, what is that?
Well, first of all, there's some of that. If you read your libretto, you would have seen some of the stage directions are in there. But in a full production, first of all, there would be more singers. There would be a group of more birds. There would be people like movers. I don't want to say dancers, but people who moved in and out of the light, since that's a major metaphor for Morris. There would be more puppets. So there would be a change of scenery, for example, when Morris is building one of his homes, because Morris Graves built 4 houses in his lifetime, and then he would build his cell. So all of that would be brought to life in a full production.
Yeah. Also, the idea of the projections, ideally, if we're on a big, in my mind's eye, you see a big stage, and then there's a giant scrim at the back, and the paintings are the full floor to ceiling, take up the whole world, and the singers could live within the paintings at times, so that it's not just a little box, but it is the world. The paintings are the world. They are. We always conceived it as the paintings being the set.
So it's also possible that there would be animation within them, or stuff that we didn't even have time to think about, or the expertise to do, to involve someones who were more expert in digital media than we are. Good question. Thank you. So we're hoping to find an opera company that says, this sounds fantastic.
An adventurous
Let's
opera company.
do it.
That new works are getting much more play than they used to in the opera world, which is lovely.
They might also even say, this has a nice small cast.
Yes.
Let's do it like this.
Let's do.
Very producible, even with what you just described. It seems tremendously producible.
Mm-hmm.
I would also actually like to give a shout out in public right now to Opera America, who gave us a chunk of money to do this, which was the instigator. In fact, Joan and everybody else raised as much and more. But if they hadn't given me the initial chunk, it would never have happened. So thank you, Opera America. It's a female opera composer grant. Who knew that such a thing existed? And I'm very grateful, very, very grateful. Questions? Anybody else? About anything?
Let's see.
Got any questions?
Chat disconnected. Please wait while we try to reconnect you. Jackie, you have a question.
I wonder if you could put yourselves in the minds of Morris Graves, what he would have thought
disconnected.
of this production.
Okay, I'm just going to repeat that for the mic. Somebody asked if we could put ourselves in the mind of Morris Graves, what we think he would think of this production.
And my answer to that is a couple of things. One is Morris's sister-in-law, Bonnie, who was married to his brother Wallace, was here last night, and she said Morris would have loved this because it made him the center of attention, and that he loved being the center of attention. this isn't intended to be a biography of Morris Graves. It's intended to be something that explores an artist's dilemma, which I think anyone in the room who is an artist or aspires to be goes through. How do I stay connected to my journey? Does it mean giving up my lovers? Does it mean living alone? What does it mean to actually create for yourself a journey that takes you through your whole life in spite of something like, the depression that he suffered after his imprisonment and after, there's so much that we're not saying here, but he was terribly disturbed by the internment of Japanese Americans during that war. He was doubly disturbed by the dropping of the bomb on Japan because he had a tremendous love for Japan. It's what inspired him to do those gorgeous watercolors on all kinds of interesting paper. So I think Daddy would have dug it, but who knows?
Well, also, I would say that I met him once, courtesy of Joan. He came to a piece that we did back in '98 at Del Arte. And I didn't know him from Adam at that point. But I remember him saying he loved it because the combination of theater and music, words and music and movement, was the ultimate art. And he was very, very, whatever the word is, appreciative of that. And it's the two of us again. We have a similar aesthetic. So
Yes, and if I had another life to live and was born with a voice, I would have done opera instead of theater, in addition to theater, just because I too find it a very complete form. And when I was thinking of making this piece, it originally started with public readings of Morris's letters that I had edited. And then during a residency at the Lake, or before, it occurred to me that his letters are so passionate and musical that they should be set to music. So that's when I asked Gina to collaborate with me on this. And I'm glad we did that. I think there's much more, the music is so extraordinarily great. I sit over there and he starts into, I want to say with paint, and I just start tearing up because of how Gina has built the feeling to the sort of sublimity at the end. And I think that's what Morris went for. And his companion of many years, Robert Yarber, and his wife were here last night. And Robert has often talked about how Morris at one point just got tired. He was 90-something when he died, in spite of having smoked his whole life. And but he kept painting right up nearly until the end of his life. And I find that very inspiring.
I also think that as not just a biopic, but the idea of an artist's response to a world in crisis, which is where we are now. So, when people say, well, who needs an opera about another dead white guy? Actually, it's really universal and very appropriate, I think, at the moment, because it's what we're all facing.
And two of the things that I wanted to emphasize in the words, one is the importance of the women to his life, because so many male artists are surrounded by women who are their relatives, their patrons, their friends, oh, come on, you can do it, and they deserve to be celebrated too. They are not necessarily the genius of that, but they make the genius possible. And the other thing that I love about Morris Graves is, for him, beauty is an opiate. And that's my feeling. And that's why I wanted to do something about him, because there are lots of balms that we can come to in our life, including wonderful herbs and drugs and therapies and all kinds of things. As someone said today, the screen is, an ecstatic addiction. And But beauty is also, to me, an addiction. So I don't think that's frivolous.
We have a question from online. Marty Vega asks, how long from auditions to today process?
So the question was, how long from auditions to today? How long was the process?
Gosh,
Go.
long. Because we had another group of singers, actually. We lost them because of COVID. One of them moved away, one of them had family responsibilities, and one
David's
got
been with us from the start.
Yes.
Morris.
So
David Powell.
I believe we auditioned for this in 2019.
Originally, yes.
Yeah.
And then the final, we got the cast that we have now on August 1st, 2nd, 3rd, somewhere at the beginning of this month. It's been 3.5 weeks.
And
of
I was
rehearsal.
not meant to be in it.
Yes, but we ended up
Saying.
one person short in terms of the original cast. And rather than try to spend more time casting around for somebody who was right, I just rewrote for one less singer and then added Joan as well. And also Michael Moore, the clarinetist, wasn't originally part of the picture, but he happened to be here.
Bravo to all of them.
Yes.
They are fantastic.
They're all backstage.
Yes, they're all backstage, and I'm
Bravo!
really grateful to have ended up with this ensemble. But it's been pretty quick. It's been pretty quick.
Marty says thanks.
You're welcome.
He was the only one so far online that asked
Okay.
a question. And we do have about a 20-second delay, which hasn't been a factor. But
Okay.
I just want to say, it's not a question. This was exquisite, is exquisite. I've been passionate, I've been in love with Morris Graves' work and his life and who he was for a lot of years. And to see this, to bring this to life, is just like you're just continuing his work. And I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. This has been a very transformative experience. I think not just I'm speaking for myself. Very healing.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
She is one of those people who've helped me through this by providing me with fresh vegetables that she grows.
You're responsible for that chard. Beautiful. Oh my God, what a great garden.
My
you have.
chard connection.
Yes. That's a good swap. Anybody else? If not,
If not,
let's call it a day.
yes. We're delighted you're all here. Before
Thank
we
you.
go, I just want to shout out a thank you again to the tech crew, to
Yes.
Michael Foster, to David Ferney, to James Hildebrandt,
to Russ
who
Cole.
not only built that gorgeous bird puppet, but worked it, danced
And
it.
built the
Stand for the
stand for the
glasses.
glasses. This- and to Russ Cole for being three people, for doing the live sound, the recorded sound, and the stream sound all at once.
And to Jane Hill, who is the associate producer of this and has struggled along and helped me all the way along with fundraising, with all of that. And of course, to Jackie Dandeneau and the Arcada Playhouse, and to Del Arte.
Yeah.
What say? Where is she?
Where is Mac?
Oh,
She's in the dark. Hats
Coming
off
toward
to you,
the
Mac.
light.
Coming toward the light.
thank you, Mac. Mac is our stage manager, and she's hitting the buttons on the projections. So, thanks everyone for coming. We're so happy that we're with you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Onward and upward.
And we're going to do a quick photo call. So if you want to talk to us any further, we'll join you in the lobby in 5 or 10. And if not, if you don't want to